pink or blue, I'll take the blackest. And if you offer only two, I'll offer three. If you point me the direction, I'll run backwards. And at the border of utopia, I'll toast to anarchy. Just fire and rock, I'm coming home to you. I'm picking the bones out of my dinner stew. Open up the gates of hell and roll me through. Just fire and rock, I'm coming home to you. I am a leader, but you will not follow me. I ain't no preacher, I'm full of blasphemy. See you in hell, boys. See you in hell, boys. Hey! So Satan's army's rising up soon. Well, if it is, I'm secretary of no state. I got wrenches, rocks, and bottles in my tool pouch. Working a job that's eating away at my fucking brain. Oh, there's just tons of guys I'm moping about the work day. Dimes by the dozen, it's always 1,000 pounds. But there's nothing like a lady with a buzzsaw. She just might build your house, well, I just might tear it down. Cause fire and rock, I'm coming home to you. I'm picking the bones out of my dinner stew. Open up the gates of hell and roll me through. Cause fire and rock, I'm coming home to. I am a leader, but you will not follow me. I ain't no preacher, full of blasphemy. See you in hell, boys. See you in hell, boys. Hey! Barkeep, I'll surely have another. To the witches, to the goblins, and the trolls, I'll be coming to recruit your rebel children. There ain't no use in locking doors. You wanna be in every home. With mud on my boots and blood on my jeans. I'll take those pretty dresses down at the seams. Open up the gates of hell. Oh, please. And I'll be back in your daughter's dreams. I am a leader, but you will not follow me. I ain't no preacher, full of blasphemy. See you in hell, boys. See you in hell, boys. See you in hell, boys.
May I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, all right, all right. Let's get me on here. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 10th edition of the Community Pulse. I'm glad to see everybody here. A special shout out to Folk and Blueser who allowed me to play that song that he released this week. This is what the Community Pulse is all about. I consider Folk and Blueser family. He's got a beautiful family. Feisty and Al, love you both. That was amazing. I think I shared the link, and I've also, the mods have that link. And it's going to be a special show today. I have a backup mic because something happened to mine, so I hope this sounds okay. Yeah, it's going to be a special show. As you all know by now, we have Mr. JJ Masterson, and better known as Folk Punk, and Michael Thompson as the featured artist. So I am so excited. I was so busy trying to set things up here because I didn't have the best of days and a lot of pain. And but we're here and we're gonna rock. And I'd like to introduce Folk Punk right away. But before I do that, just want to shout out. I got a little bit of sad news, but it's all good. It should be good. I just want to send out some prayers, and if we can all put out some positive vibe out there for our friend Crimson Crux. His father is dealing with some heart issues. Just heart failure. It appears that they caught it in time, but he's not out of the woods yet. He's going to be away from the chat, and he might be moving back to California to help out where he could. We're going to find out soon. So if we can go out there and just hit one of his songs, one of their songs, sorry, and just wish him well, and let's let him know we're here for him if he needs us, and that's it. So Folk Punk being the co-host and the co-producer and everything I do about this show, I couldn't have done it without him. So I'm gonna bring him on to the show. But before we do that, as you know, the co-host gets to choose a song, and Folk Punk is known to be the least selfish dude that I met in the past 3 or 4 years, and he chose a song that he just participated in, that was done from about 20-30 people in the community, and it's called Hey Jude. And let's hit play here.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, oh, then you begin to make it better. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. For you know that it's a fool who plays let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. So let it out and let it in. Hey Jude, begin. You're waiting for someone to perform with. And don't you know that it's just you? Hey Jude, you do the movement you need is on your shoulder. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song, make it better. Just remember to let her under your skin. Then you'll begin to make it better. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be
Yeah. It's and Mr. Folk Punk to the stage.
That was good.
JJ, what's going on? That was a great choice, brother.
I've already got a costume problem. My headphones were about to slip off.
I saw
Listening
you
to
shaking.
that.
I saw you. I saw you back there.
And you know, the costume was very important today. So I'm wearing my dashiki, but I really wanted to wear my Dr. Kildare shirt that unfortunately does not fit the same as it did when I was 16. But yeah. Oh, this is such a cool shirt. I love this. Was my concert shirt for years. But the dashiki works too.
How can you
And
all tell that
and I got
Folk
my
Punk
lava
is
lamp.
excited for having Michael Thompson on yeah, this is I am so excited. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, just listening to you guys chatting in the back while I was fixing some crap here. I was like, wow, every once in a while I would jump in, but yeah, this is so exciting. How was your week? Everything good?
Yeah. Prayers for Nate's dad.
Yeah, isn't that sad, right?
But no, week's going well. Been looking forward to this, and you can share the screen if you'd like.
Yeah, I guess I could. Don't be shy.
So
once
actually,
again, yeah, go ahead.
I had hoped that I would also have one more piece of my costume, and it hasn't arrived yet. But I've got my dad hat coming, my Terzo dad hat. Which is that now going to be renamed the Nano hat?
The no hat. No, probably not. Yeah, no, it's yeah. So to those of you who don't know, I'm a grandpa for the first time. And thank you to all the wishes and blessings and everything I received from everybody. The support is amazing. And I mentioned it to my daughter. I showed her. She couldn't believe how many responses or hits, whatever these kids call it, I got on Instagram. So it's pretty cool on pretty much anything that I posted. So yeah,
Cool.
it's a great feeling, and I'm still on a high. I'm exhausted. And it's not even mine. I guess he is. But
Wait till the
yeah,
babysitting starts.
yeah, I'm not gonna call it babysitting, right?
The
I'm just
hanging
gonna
out time.
that's right. That's right. So I don't want to keep Michael back there too long because on this show, usually I pick about 4 or 5 songs. If I could add 2 more, I would have. But I think we've got about 5 or 6. So this is I've always looked up to Michael. I respect him from day one as a musician, as a being, and he played the kind of music that I grew up listening to, and everything he puts out, it brings me right back to a place I wish I could never leave, right?
Yeah.
Or I have
Mike
never
has
left. It's just,
Mike has lived our teenage dreams.
yeah, yeah. And so I'm going to quickly start off with a bunch of shout outs. As you all know, Folk and Blueser kicked off the set with Mischief Brew cover. And yeah, I need these. I knew something would happen here. So there was 2 songs. So 15th Bend is working on. So yeah, I've had computer issues and looks like I saved the wrong page. So forgive me, first of all, to those premieres and stuff that I missed. It's been a long week, and I've had a hard time keeping up to all the releases. So I know I'm going to miss a bunch, judging by the fact that I only have about 115 shout outs. I think I missed a few. But 15th Bend has put out 2 of 4 track mini EP, I guess we call it, 4 songs. They are going to be available on, they're available on BANDCAMP. Ambient music, slightly different. You're not going to get the metal thrashing, heavy guitar that 15th Bend has introduced us to, his style. This is really beautiful. This one track is called Burden. Like I said, I'd saved the file, but I guess I didn't save the right one because there was another one, and I'm sure Independent Many United can set the link. Now, you're not going to find these tracks on his regular channel, on his main page. You'll find it in the, not the playlist, the new releases, because he's gone through his distributor to have them released that way. But they are available on BANDCAMP, so please go check it out. I want to start off with Colorful Energy. Had a really cool thing she put out, original silent film and music. It's called Audition. PJ Colby. And like I said, I was just jumping in and out whenever I had a few minutes to catch some, so I know I've missed a lot. Full band cover of Giants, I'll See You in My Dreams. Laurie's Mishmosh, full band cover of Venus, alongside with Pearl, Sergio, and James on drums. Wesley Media Hub put out a track called Ghost Town, Beware of Darkness. And he likes to post create music videos and whatnot. And he's going to be on the show shortly with this next artist, Danny Stefanetti. They're both going to be on the show. Danny Stefanetti is an up-and-coming superstar, and she's I can't even reveal. She gave me sent me some links that I can't even share. big time stuff, and we're going to get to meet this rock star. Well, don't want to say hopefully it doesn't happen too fast, but hopefully we get her on the show before things really take off for her. So it's I'm quite excited. Scars and Shadow, a beautiful song, Pretty Little Things, Gary Schaefer and the Pickin' Pilot, Dream Rediscovered. Tremor Bear, it's just incredible the stuff he's coming out with. This one's La Cha Cha, and I think there was two other ones this week. And our best friend, Manny Ciao Bello. I think I seen you in there. The Lily Pillies put out a track last Thursday all around the world. Looks like he hasn't skipped a beat. Another brilliant piece of work, and you know it's going to be on the radio. As has his other tracks. Congratulations there, Manny. Midnight Bandit. Last night I won his T-shirt on the Metalhead Hippie show. He's put out a few tracks. This one's old school. I put up the link for that. Leroy's Musical Journey, a full band cover of David Gilmour's The Piper's Call. And Leroy, again, I'm only mentioning one song from these artists, but they've had quite a few. Kubrick Lover, 1972, put out, like, it's about 10 minutes. It's a track called Digging It, and it's really cool stuff. I actually really enjoyed it. It's probably my favorite. Stephen Ewert, as you all know, he's a music posting machine. He's got a lot of videos, and I want a special shout out before I think I got a couple more minutes. I like to bring our guest on by 1:45. David's music videos is a good friend of mine, a good supporter of this community. Especially there's a lot of communities he supports, but he's been supporting me since day one. And as I said, he will every week get a shout out on this channel. Puts out a lot of music videos and dance type videos to some of the classic songs that you probably thought you'd never hear again. That's what I enjoy most about his channel. This one's called Black Box Right on Time. We're going to go into Russ 8889, put out an awesome track called Lunch in Paris. Johanna Lynn, I can't keep up. She is on a roll these days. I think I saw about 4 tracks this week while I was in and out the hospital there. But this one's on the scale of an inch. Great track. Adam Holtz, Dressed to Impress, Counterfeit Self. Really cool song titled Favorite Thing. Wolfstone Studio, Never Let Me Go. Please, when you have a second, if you haven't already checked these out, hello, Mr. Lane. We'll be shouting you out. We got something special coming up soon. When you have a second, please go out and check some of these channels out. They're great music. This is a great community, and we need to support each other as much as we could. Volusion, who we had on last week, as you know, she released that track called Better Life. Gordium 85 from his Cedo Science project. He put out a track called Agent X. CAMPGMAY actually put out a real cool song called Dummy You Down. The Drag Gurus, great track, put out a track called, great band, put out a track called Wish. Gordon Lee Weaver, Change We Need Today. And I'm going to finish off with Synthworks, who's another writing machine. He's got quite a few tracks out there. We Are Small Theme. Yeah, I'm going to stop there at number 27, if in case I forget, JJ. So, yeah, I need to breathe. So, I hope that went well. Where are we at? Folk punk?
Bringing Michael in?
Let's do it. So, before we bring in Michael, I prepared a little video, one of his songs. This one's called Jesus Drives a Pickup Truck. And hopefully what we've put together here will kind of give you a little story about Michael's coming to where we are today. How good was that? Let's let this play through. All right. Without further ado, let's bring on Mr. Michael Thompson. Yes, I should take him off mute, seeing as he is the featured artist.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Man, what a jam. What a jam that just was.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's just brilliant. Like I said at the start of the show, your music takes me back to the best times of my life and growing up with uncles and older brothers. Not that you're that much older than me, but around that age where they're just a few years older than me, where I was just looking up to them and listening to their music that they introduced me to. Michael, you're a genius, and I'm so grateful to have you on this show, to be able to sit here and chat with you.
Oh, I think it's the other way, Frank. Honestly, you're quite the gentleman. It was amazing when you came into the community. I remember the first time I saw you in one of the chats. Uh, wow.
Thank you. Thanks, Michael.
You know, it's a good thing I've grown up being 5'1¼ because I feel pretty small between the two legends I'm here on the screen with.
No. Well, you were one of the first people I met in Ron's show early on. And,
There we go. There
oh,
you go.
yeah. I wore my Ron t-shirt out, so I'm going to have to buy a new one.
You know, I love that for us, our time zone used to be 5 a.m. Now it's 6 a.m. But that's such a great way to start the morning.
I'm up at 3:30, 4 o'clock every morning. So, yep, it works for me.
Yeah.
It's trying to stay up later and watch the end of Hippie shows. I can't do that sometimes. I fall asleep with my earbuds in and stuff. But
Yeah, that can't be good, right?
yeah,
Too many
no,
times.
yeah.
You know, Frank, you were talking about Mike's music and what it sounds to you like and reminds you of. Yeah, I would definitely second all of that. And I would include that where we have some amazing artists who you'd say were radio ready.
Yeah.
Michael Thompson's stuff is album ready. It reminds me of what would be on a turntable.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
Do you have anything out on vinyl or anything?
no, I don't even put CDs out anymore. The first project, the Chasing Old Ghosts, I had a few made and gave about half of them away. Took them to a record store. Went back 6 months later, and we sold 2 of them. I just said I keep them, give them away on record store day. You know, I'm just doing it because I love writing and music's been my life. So, and I'm probably a little mentally unstable, so that's probably why I write so much. And I guess I've never had too many hobbies other than music. I fish, but and walk. I love to walk, but you know.
So how would you compare what you're doing now as a home recording musician to all those days where you were a touring musician?
I'm not really doing anything different. I was always writing. I mean, I started writing way back when. It just didn't have the opportunity to be able to have all this equipment and you know, the ability to do that. Maybe a cassette recorder. I have a recording of from 1968 from the Generation Gap live at a gig, you know, and I tried to do that with most of my bands, and any of the original songs ended up on a 2-track cassette tape, maybe through the board with a sound guy, and you know, which at least I have that, so I can pull back on some of those songs. Actually, I'm listening to and maybe rewriting here coming soon.
And you know, the old cassette tapes, they don't all have to be Betty board qualities. Yeah, they can
Yeah,
be just-
yeah. Yep, exactly. Actually, I think Thomas Christ played a cassette I had, but actually it was from 2000 of my old band Mean Streak Reunion doing 21st Century Schizoid Man.
Oh,
King
yes,
Crimson.
I remember that.
Yeah, and stuff. But
Good
yeah,
old King Crimson.
it's pretty bad. When I was a gear guy and I owned a production company where I had 5 concert rigs out, and I didn't have any recording equipment or anything. You know, it was just finally did it when I retired. I went and bought a Korg. I'm not into gear that much, but a Korg D3200 workstation. That's what everything's been recorded on. I take it over to a friend's place. We mix it down on a cakewalk, and he masters it. Then or he and I master it and mix it down and go from there.
Does he play as well, or is he just kind of
Yeah.
the technical?
No, he plays. He's a college professor. Was a retired college professor. And he and I have had a couple little bands since I've retired. Just basically a bunch of old guys like roadie, getting in the basement and jamming. That's about it. I don't play out much anymore. I do play in a little acoustic group. We play nursing homes and
Oh,
things like
awesome.
that. I love doing that. I
Yeah.
tell you, that's such a wonderful feeling. I walked in one time and saw an older woman with her daughter sitting in a little love seat. The woman was not responsive, just kind of sitting there. We set up. They walked to one of the tables in front. The woman just sat there. We started playing. I watched her hand tap. By the end of that song, she stood up. She never sat down for 45 minutes. She was dancing. As soon as we were done playing, boom, she sat down, never responded again. It was, but that's music.
Yep.
That's probably why I play it. You know, gives me a good feeling, and I watch people. I guess the worst part I hated was playing the bars because I don't
Yeah.
drink and stuff.
Yeah.
But back in the 70s, people didn't get drunk like they do now. The band took a break, everybody went outside and get high, and
Hey,
came back and listened to the band. Go ahead.
you, obviously, when you came next door to Wisconsin, that might have been a little different. They like to drink here.
Oh yeah, I used to play Wisconsin a lot. Yeah, but I mean, people just seem to appreciate the music a little more now. But then again, I'm old and I don't go to bars that much. But what I've noticed, um, my wife and I went to an indie festival about 20 miles from here, and everybody was our age in the crowd, but all the musicians were the younger ones, like we have in the community too, which I found, wow, that's pretty strange. That the youth aren't getting into the music, but you know, I don't know. It's southern Minnesota, so everything's different everywhere else.
Yeah, yeah. Although I maybe it's just we more elder people kind of know what's good, so
Yeah,
we
yeah,
go out and seek what we know is going to be good.
yeah, exactly. And
All right, I'm gonna shut out. This is fantastic, and the chat is lighting up here. What did I need? So, Mike and Don and everybody else, I apologize. Just while we were setting things up, my mic blew up on me, so it's sitting right here. And luckily, I had this SM35, I think they call it, as a backup. And it happened the other night, but I thought it was just a glitch. I guess it's not. So time to buy a new mic. And so I apologize. This is as close as I can get. There's it's as loud as it can get as well. So that's hopefully we can get through this. Let's continue on with Mr. Back from Doing Time is back from Doing Time. Does that sound right? I hadn't heard him in a while, but he is back, and he put out a track called Dark Angel. Great to see, great to hear. Drummer Jim for Life, an Eminem drum cover of My Name Is. Abe the Band continues with his Swalla 186, a little track called Broadcast. Rainfield Music put out a couple of them, some live performances. This one's Dr. Hook cover of a Rolling Stone. And Son of Snake is just doing some incredible stuff out there. Collective 100, I think it is. I think I've got a shout out coming up. But some really good stuff. You got to check out Son of a Snake. Really powerful old school rock. Kind of punkish, but really cool stuff. East Virginia Studios put out a track called the 20s again. And you're going to hear East Virginia Studios tomorrow night on Dominic's show, which I'll shut out in a bit. I have a couple of Italian friends that follow me on my channel. This one is Federico Berluzzi. Really cool guy. All this guy does is he travels around the world and just stands in the middle of the street and just jams away. I wish I could do that. But and a super nice guy and a great supporter. If you go check him out, believe me, he'll be all over your channel as well. Robbie Stingle continues to put out track after track. This one's called The End of the Show. Bowstar, again, always putting out some covers. The Stranglers cover called Golden Brown. Brian Drums, another great supporter of this channel, and I noticed he's been around more and more these days. This one's a cover of Till Tuesday's Voices Carry. Really good job there, Brian. My buddy Sam, Vintage Tone, put out a really nice blues track. It's about 5 minutes. Michael, you'd love this one. And it's called Blues Baby. Really good stuff. We got David Cartret. David is putting out some really good stuff. He's been on a roll himself. This one's Itchy and Dirty, but I believe there's a couple other ones. Michael Zealand, which is probably a good friend of yours, Michael. And he continues to put out great music. He likes to travel and create videos and write while he's traveling and record while he's traveling. Great talent. This one's Lunch on Jupiter. Ernst Fingerhoitz from Germany put out a track called Dark Desire. John Schur put out a track called Caroline. And another drummer in our community called 11 Drums. Drum cover of Metallica's Fight Fire with Fire. Deed, great supporter of my channel. Deed 1951, Andre, put out a track called Modern Ballad. You got to go check out these channels. And another friend of mine from Italy, Andreana Amicucci. I shout her out pretty much every show. Another brilliant dark techno music. It's really cool stuff. A lot of energy. Lithium Vandal put out another track called Slum God. Proven Groove, a Desiree cover, Gotta Be, and really nice job there. Brian Drums, there's quite a few drummers on this list. A drum cover of Zach Brown's Chicken Fried. Turtle Drum, not a drummer, but Turtle Drum put out a really nice track called The Gift, and such a great supporter of so many of us community indie artists. Kathy Short, I'd like to introduce. I don't think I've ever shouted her out, or I think I did at the beginning, maybe the first or second or third. But she's she's Canadian, brilliant singer-songwriter. I'd love if we can go out and support her channel. I'd love to have her on the show as well, so I'm working on that. Empirism put out a metal jam. Pete Hopeless, another drum cover playthrough of 21 Pilots titled Next Semester. Mark Wade and Time's Been Kind. UFO, I heard the song last night on the Metalhead Hippie show, cover titled Cherry. And then Deed again has another one he got in here twice called Output Routing. And then I'm going to stop. Well, I might as well finish these shoutouts. So First Floor Audio is one of the first channels that I started to follow and used to show up on all his streams until things got really busy and he'd be following mine. But I've reacquainted myself with his channel. I'll be shouting him out a little later. Lee, great guy. First Floor Audio put out a track called The Seeker. He's got a lot of them, and he records, I think it's on a Tuesday. He just records a song while you're there, while you're watching. Pretty cool stuff. Forest of the Wolf, The Replacement of Our Existence. Josh Harris, what an amazing song. Nothing Else Matters. It's such a brilliant song, and it's so funny because maybe minutes after I just cut and pasted it onto the list, I get a text DM from Folk Punk. That was pretty cool. And then Mark Trail, also known as Glitch, also known as Detective Agent Darknut. Really cool artist. You go to his channel, you won't be disappointed. I'm going to stop there, take a little break. I hope, again, I apologize if the volume's not, like I said, I'm at, oh, I can go a little higher. So, yeah, that's it. So, do you want to introduce this next song, Michael? We've got Where I Belong. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I have on cue.
Yeah, I co-wrote this with a friend of mine, and it's kind of, yeah, you look around the world since the beginning of time and everything children have gone through due to all the adults' conflicts, wars, and everything, and that's kind of where that song came from. Inspired us to write it, and
Right.
that's kind of how we put the video together. I think
Let's hear it.
it was actually written probably in 2000. It was on another album, another project album, uh, 2014 or so, right before I had cancer. I know.
Okay, let's do this. Put it on now. Where I Belong.
I've been talking about a world in trouble. Don't you know you're headed for trouble? Don't you know, don't you know, don't you know how you're feeling? How you're feeling right now? Take me down to a place with no space, with no trace. The carries you so high. The road that winds for so long now, forever gone. See it in your eyes. How would you like to take a ride? Would you laugh or would you cry? I'm waiting for so long, crying. Sad song, wondering where I belong. When you're up, are you really upside down? It's too late, don't contemplate, shut the gate. It's right in your backyard. I've been talking about a world in trouble. Don't you know you're headed for trouble? Don't you know, don't you know, don't you know how you're feeling? How you're feeling right now? How's the time to take a ride? Would you laugh or would you cry? I've been waiting for so long, crying. Sad song, wondering where I belong.
Oops. I just messed something up. Just give me a second. Right there. Yeah. What else is new?
So,
So,
do you play all the instruments?
That song I did not. That is probably one of the only songs I did not play all the instruments. At a different drummer and a bass player. Otherwise, I play all the instruments and pretty much everything I do. Other than I have one guest guitarist, Tom Williams, who kind of one of the owners of the Ultimate Songs record label that I'm on. Tom plays guitar.
Very good.
few
Yeah,
songs.
I noticed in that little thing that ran at the beginning, kind of your little bio, that one of the bands you were in, you were the drummer way back.
Yeah.
a couple of them.
Yeah, funny story is the picture of me with the guitar, and when I was 3, that gift was given from my grandparents, who I had mentioned you earlier before the show, played with Lawrence Welk. Well, my other grandparent gave me a drum. So I had a drum and a guitar at 3 years old, and I couldn't find the picture of the drum. And I mean, but yeah. And when I was telling you guys earlier, when I first got my guitar and started the band, I also started drums in 4th grade here in Minnesota. You could take band. So I started drums. And when I switched over, it was all these guys in my class who were the same age as me versus the other guys being 2 years older. They had a guitar player and they needed a drummer. And I went, well, okay. So I traded my grandfather's accordion in on a drum set. Yeah, so, but he wasn't mad. He had lost a couple of fingers and couldn't play it anymore. So,
there you go. And
at
it
least
sounds like. Go ahead. It sounds like, besides having the drum set and knowing how to play it, your upbringing, you might have had the place where everyone got to rehearse.
No, that was funny. We tortured everybody's parents every time we practiced. We moved around until finally, being in a little farm town, the keyboard player and bass player were farm kids. Well, actually, the guitar player, but the one's parents had an old chicken coop. They had it all sanitized or whatever, bought us a heater and said, you paint it up and fix it up. You can practice there. So, I guess we were together for about 7 years. So probably 5 out of the 7 years we practiced there then, which was great. Once we all got our driver's license. Otherwise, our poor parents had to haul us all over southern Minnesota to play all these little sock hops at schools and everything.
Very supportive family. Look where it allowed you to go.
Yeah, well, the keyboard player from that high school band he became teacher of the year twice in Iowa, vocal music, and then he came to Minnesota, received the same honor, and he travels all over the world now that he's retired, judging vocal music contests.
Wow.
And he also directs the Minnesota Men's Choir or something similar to that, and stuff. And the guitar player, the last guitar player in that band, was a professional opera singer, and then retired from that and became a professional piano tuner. And he lives next door to Todd Rundgren, and he tunes Todd's piano and hangs out with Todd Rundgren all the time.
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That's
I've
awesome.
been fortunate in my life for the music part, between my parents and my wife, bless them.
I mean, you were telling me earlier you got to see classic rock bands like before they were even classic rock bands.
Yeah, I mentioned I saw the Rolling Stones in 1964 in a freak accident. We were having a family gathering in Excelsior, Minnesota, where they have an amusement park, and there's also a ballroom, and the Rolling Stones were playing there with I think it's Mike Wagner and the Bops, and one of my cousins said, well, I can take him. I know he likes music, and he wanted to probably check out the girls. And saw the Rolling Stones with Brian Jones, and then, like I'd mentioned, a year later, I saw Paul Butterfield blues band with Michael Bloomfield, Evan Bishop, and then the Beatles.
And
I saw the
how
Beatles.
old were you? How
I
old?
was when I saw the Rolling Stones, I was 11, and when I saw the Beatles and Paul Butterfield, I was 11, still 11, going on 12.
Wow.
I saw the Beatles. I couldn't hear them between the girls and the pathetic sound systems back then. But
Right.
yeah,
And the screaming.
oh, that's what it was. That's all I could hear,
Yeah, for sure.
And
But you can claim to have been there.
yeah,
And you know
exactly.
what? I saw all the big names that you had in the bio, people that you've met, and that's incredible. It's
Yeah.
you must be really proud of looking back of what you managed to like. And again, it's like, to me, I look at you as one of them. You probably just
No.
yeah, I met this guy,
No.
this guy, that band, this band, but I'm telling you, I don't think I'm alone in this community. You're a giant. Your music is giant. It's classic rock that I mean, I'm not even close, but the acoustic type classic rock that I try to continue to keep alive, like. You again, yeah. If I'm excited, if it sounds like I'm excited to have you on the show,
Thank you. It that was the era I guess I grew up on, and it stuck to me. But meeting those people, I mean, when I was in high school, I met up with a guy who had a sound company in Minneapolis, and he would come down to Mankato at the university and do a lot of shows. And I built my own sound systems in my high school band, and I kind of met him through another band that was kind of semi-national from called Highway, and they ended up having the same management. Ken Adamany out of Milwaukee, or not Milwaukee, Madison, excuse me, Madison, Wisconsin. He managed Cheap Trick, and his biggest client was oh boy, now I'm having an old man brain fart. Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding, is that correct?
yeah.
Yep.
He managed Otis Redding, and so we were doing bigger shows. Whenever I wasn't playing in my high school band, I would go out and run sound for them, and because they didn't have anybody who knew how to put their system together. And I ended up working with Bob Seger, Canned Heat, and before I was even 18, I was Dottie West, the association, and I was out doing that stuff in between the bands and stuff. And, I met all those people, but our motto was you don't geek the artist, you just let them do their thing. It's their life, and I can understand that. I didn't have time to geek anybody anyway. I mean, my day started at probably 7 in the morning and ended at 3 in the morning. And I'd try to go back to the hotel and sleep, or either that, or if I was on a tour. I don't know if anybody's ridden in a tour bus before, but take a small sailboat out on the ocean sometime, and then you can't have a bowel movement on a tour bus. There's signs everywhere, and every tour you go on, the rules. But I was fortunate. I'm lucky. I mean, I had like I said, my parents, and my wife, she put up with me, and I'd be gone for months at a time, a lot. So
That's awesome.
It must be nice to be done and be able to look back.
Yeah, now I don't even like to go to concerts anymore, because if I can't stand on deck or be back at the mix position, I don't like the crowds and stuff anymore. It's weird.
Especially if they don't have it mixed well in the house.
Yeah, my wife hates that when we go to shows, because I will lean over and go, oh boy, that's terrible, and stuff. So that's another reason I don't go and stuff. But
All right, I'm going to continue with a few other a section called Doing for Others. And as always, top of the list is Dan Anderson. This guy works really hard at his craft. He has a show, it's on daily. I've got a little promo wheel coming up in a few minutes. And constantly sharing other people's music as well as Independent Many United. Leni Perez, doing the same, constantly sharing and encouraging others to share, alongside with Laurie's Mishmosh, her sidekick. And I want to shout out to, and it seemed like the last 3 weeks I seem to forget, maybe my age, but Read Between the Lines does so much on Facebook and on Instagram as well as on YouTube, sharing everybody's channels and new releases. Kudos. Then we have Rebel Rocker and Feisty Feather, who do the same, relentless in sharing and a big part of these communities, and always there. I want to continue with up and coming. We have I created a promo wheel, and I'd not forgotten. It's been a busy week, and I wasn't able to put a few bands on it. But let's not forget Blue Unicorn is on live on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Dom Torgrosa has a new show. I think it's the second edition. The first one was sort of a test. If we can post that link, I don't have it. Did he send it to you? I think he did, right? So yeah, folk punk, I forgot to cut and paste it. So, well, no, I didn't. It's on the other one that I forgot to cut and paste. So, and then we have Allison 2020. So Liz at A-Day, who was on the show last week, had a pretty, has a friend, pretty amazing talent, and she really wants us to see if we can go out and support her. She has a release coming up. There's a little teaser. If you guys wouldn't mind, it would be really cool if we go stop by and like I said, I don't care if you say you heard it on this channel or not. It's just about the support. But just stop by, and if you have a second, right click on another tab, and this one's called Bay Area Rainy Day Teaser. Looking forward to hearing the full track on that. And CAMPGMAY, let's not forget, Metalhead Hippie will be hosting Metal Fest on June 8th. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to sit back and listen and watch that one. Kid Kane has a track coming out, Echoes of Home promo. If you go check out the clip, if you haven't already, and stay tuned for the Four Horsemen. That's coming up with Hetriani, 15th Bend, Development of a Void, and Michael Lanthier. And yeah, it's going to be brilliant. Great guitarists, as well as Gary Hubbs. And I was going to mention it last week. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to, but Gary Hubbs is involved in this project as well. And I'm not going to go with the mentions just yet, although the first one on the list is Hetriani, but I will get to it. I created a little promo reel for some of these community members, and I think I'm going to do it this way so that everybody doesn't have to listen to me stumble with my words and blab for an hour. So tell me what you think of this little promo reel. And this is stop folk punk pianists. How's that sound? All right. And composers in our community. And these are some of my favorite. Once again, I may have left out a few. It's been a busy week, but I just put it together and as is, and I will continue to add to it. Let's have a look at this.
Very cool.
So I hope
Very
you
cool.
enjoyed it. Let me know if this works. I'm going to continue to do that in a few minutes after a couple more songs that we listen to of Michael's. I'm going to have the live performance streamers. They're not all in yet, but please stop by these channels and let's get them. A few of them are heavily involved within all our communities, but there's a few that aren't, and I'd love to get them more and more involved. I personally appreciate and would love to just listen to some piano music, and I do very often, as these channels know I do. I constantly go visit, and they're great supporters. Stop by their channel. Let's encourage them to, join the bigger community, not just mine. And yeah, so
Frank, it said in the video that links for those channels were in the description. Was that the description of the Pulse or?
Yes, and as well as I sent Snooks and Queen Survivor the links to those as well through Discord. I think they were putting them up, but yeah,
I haven't been
all
able to
they-
read the chat.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I know it's actually moving pretty quick, so that's cool. Yeah, so please do go support these channels. This is how we all grow, as Jess says. We're doing it for each other, and we got to do it together, and we'll all get there. So let's get back to the man of the hour, Michael Thompson. This is I still can't believe you're on. Yeah, so normally we do 4 songs, so I've got 6. So we've got a busy night, and don't forget, Vince Janella is on right after the show. We kind of overlapped, so he'll start at 9. Yeah. So this next track that you sent us, and I don't think I changed the order of this one, but Music Is.
Okay, let's see. I have to think of the songs here. I have so many. Music is, it's basically about my life in music. Pretty much some of the pictures you showed in your little video clip are going to be pictures here of my life in music. That's pretty much what it is.
Which, I don't know if people have noticed in your channel details description, but you began doing all of this, your life in music, in 1964. So this is an anniversary year for you.
Yep, this is my 60th year in music.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I pretty much made a living out of it. I worked a few jobs here and there, but
Hey, that's an even bigger kudos to be able to make
Yeah.
a living off of it for 60 years.
Yeah, to make a living doing something you really enjoy, like
Exactly.
it doesn't get better than that. I mean,
yeah. And especially music, anything art, there's no money to made in art, unfortunately.
yeah. Way to go. Let's play the song Music Is.
One thing I tell you, you always got to love.
yeah.
Woo!
How good was that? Let's get us in here. How good was that? Full
Headphone
funk.
flying
I
good.
saw you in there. Back there. You
The
did it
Jerry
again.
Garcia tie wasn't working too well on that tune.
So that's from your new album, correct?
Yeah, the Red Skies album. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're slowly getting songs out for that. They were all supposed to be out last year, but like I said, we do everything over at my friend's place, and unfortunately, we've had so many computer issues and things taking longer than expected. But it is what it is. Yeah, I had 46 originals that were supposed to be out last year,
Wow.
and then I think about 23. I got bored waiting for his computer, so I decided, well, I made a challenge for myself. I took about five 90s country artists that I used to like to work with, that I, was out on tour with and stuff, and did one of their songs. And I said, oh, I can only do this in 2 hours. I can learn the song, play all the instruments, and record it. And so I did that out of boredom. And then I started another Undercovers too, which is just like classic 70s rock, kind of 60s rock stuff too, while I was waiting for his computer to get fixed. So then I made a more deluge of more material we've got to try to get out yet. I should have 2 new songs tomorrow. I'll be in the studio. We'll be doing the videos for 2 new releases this week.
Very cool.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Excellent.
That's
So,
yeah, go ahead.
Frank, when you sent me a couple things this weekend, one was the little bio thing we saw in the beginning, and the other was something from 2017, 18, maybe.
2018. That's coming up next.
Oh,
I wanted Michael's approval on that, because it was on somebody else's channel, and we're going to be playing that one. That's one of your solos, Michael. And the crazy thing about that song, because like I said, from day one when I first heard you, it was like, I'm in awe. And I researched your name, like I managed to find something on somebody else's channel. Just wanted to get to know and really start to listen to. And this is back when I wouldn't even comment on anything. It was just play song after song. And I found a lot of your music, but this one that Folk Punk's referring to, if you recall, JJ, I sent you this. A couple of
way
years
back.
ago. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I said, oh my God, you got to hear this. It's like, what do we have in our community here?
There are things that you're doing, Mike, with your picking finger or your picking hand on that song we're talking about that I've never seen anybody do before.
Well, I'll give you a little secret. When you cut the tip of your finger off and have it kind of sewed back on, that holds a pick. That was one of the reasons I quit playing and did the production thing. I couldn't hold the pick, and it was like, and I rarely picked up a guitar for the years when I was out on the road. I would come home and go down and go strum, 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 and go, but once I got off the road, I told myself I can do this. And
there's technique. I maybe you invented those techniques. I saw up.
It's probably it's probably me losing the pick and using my fingernail per pick. I do that a lot.
When we watch it, I actually made a note. It was like 118 or something timestamp. I'm like, what is that?
Well, I'll try to listen and see if I pick it out and let you know. I never know what I do anyway. I just play. Can't read a note. Can't read a note.
Really? Wow.
No, can't read any music. Nope.
All by ear. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'm not alone.
I think there's probably a lot of us out there.
That's amazing. I do want to shout outs, do a few more shout outs. Hetriani, he's continuing to work. He's really busy and studying hard with school and whatnot. So he's probably way too exhausted or sitting on the Hetriani lazy boy chair and sleeping. So yeah, shout out to Hetriani. Let's not forget, just to let you all know, he is putting together an album. I've got bits and pieces and tastes of it, and it's sounding incredible. You all are going to be surprised with the diversity in this album that he's putting together. Set up by Marshall, another great channel out there, a great supporter of mine. I'm Patreon to his channel. He's a really cool dude. He's got some really interesting streams, repairing guitars and gears, and he's got an amazing live setup. Really good channel. Go check it out. Development of a Void. He's usually on really early due to time zones, but he also just records while he's streaming. And he is part of the Four Horsemen that's coming up. Jackson Pierce, great reaction channel and great musician and great guy. I want to shout out to Tales Told in the Dark. If you ever get a second, it's really cool. You want to step away from music and just listen to stories. Her voice, the way she narrates. This one's about the Native American Bigfoot legend. It's pretty cool. You'll enjoy it. Scapular Winging Records, who will be on this show soon. I guess I should get some dates here. Brock and Thomas Christ will be co-hosting that, and that'll be May 27th. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be really cool. I love it.
A good one.
Yeah. And Together We Are Family, great karaoke channel, great guy, great supporter of my channel. Stop by there and trust me, he'll walk over to yours and check out what you're doing. Rich New Design, another great dude, one of the first that I've met in these communities. And the Art of Floundering podcast, great guitarist, great channel. And the Jay Jordan, these three have been strong supporters of my channel, so they deserve a shout out on my channel. Locke Wolf, who I met through 15th Bend, a great reaction channel, great dude, enjoyable stream. Boltonator, Roundtable. Boltonator's got a great channel, and not enough people go check it out. He just randomly picks. Just the other day I went there. He has about 3 or 4 of my songs he's just playing over and over. It's pretty cool. Stop by. He's a really good dude. The Falcro, Wednesday Lame Live. We got the Mix Club, who's been doing a lot more streams lately. And I already shouted out Dave's music videos, but like I said, he gets a shout out every week. And then Jenny Daniels, really, really amazing musician. She has 2 channels. One's for country music. She does a lot of covers, pretty much all covers. But she has a country music channel and then a jazz pop cover channel. It's pretty cool. She's a great talent, excellent voice, great guitarist. And then JM Unleashed. He's got some fun interactive games on his channel, like Scrabble, Thursday nights at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to stop there because I really want you all to hear this next song from Michael, the one we were talking about earlier. I found it about a little over 2 years ago, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And it was so maybe it was longer than 2 years ago, because I was relatively new to the community. And once I heard Michael, I did some research and some deep diving and came up with this one. And it's not on his channel, but I've got the link here. Michael, this one's So if I got this
Are-
right, I just cut
There
and
is a
pasted.
famous Michael Thompson.
Okay.
So hopefully it's not him. I mean, very famous LA studio musician stuff.
I wonder.
I'm wondering if and there's also a few other Michael Thompsons that are famous. One that's not musicians, but not a good reputation. Let me put it that way.
Okay, so Nathan Eastband. Does that ring a bell? April
No.
21st, 2018?
No. So it wasn't me.
Let me just check something here. Hang on.
This is a jam too.
No, that is the famous Michael Thompson. I just saw the picture.
Okay.
That is a famous one. I am not that one. That's the other That's a famous one. Yes. I recognize the picture right away. Sorry.
We're gonna go. No. We're gonna go into. So as I said, I created a. Let me go back here. So I created a reel with. I apologize for that.
Oh no.
I thought I sent it to you the other day.
You know what? I probably missed it, but
because I did ask is it okay if I play this one?
That probably was the one I missed. But thank you for that. He's a great guy. Great. I've met him a couple of times, and amazing musician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We better watch out, Frank, when we have John Smith on the show coming up.
Yeah. So I put together a reel for a promo reel for some of these streaming performance, these indie artists that are streaming their playing music live for our entertainment. There's quite a bit of them. There's at least half a dozen that I've missed. Like I said, it's been busy week with my daughter making me a grandpa. And so to those of you that are out there, if I know I've missed quite a few, but I've been putting together clips. You'll see what I mean when you see this. It was not a lot of work, but it did take time, and it was tedious stuff. And let's have a listen to this. Laurie, get off my screen.
Look what they've done to my summer. Look what they've done to my soul.
Photographs of memories, all the love you gave to me. Somehow
Maybe that'll be the last song. I think that's the last song. Is that the last song? You guys tell me. Last song, one more song. Last song, one more song. That's the last song I've got for singing, but last song or one more song? I don't know. It's up to you.
If I could, then I would. I'll go wherever. Looks like we won another war. Dead bodies are strewn across the TV screen. Belly's full, but we wanted more.
Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby.
How is this real? Why are all these kids so drunk? Letterman jackets and a homecoming parade.
Well, I hear the train is coming, it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine.
Been hanging on the phone, been sleeping all alone, and the phone rings, it's just a friend of mine said,
Yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed that. No problem, Herman. These are amazing artists, and they could really use our support. I try to get out to these channels as much as I could. Hockey season is, for at least the Leafs, anyways, is over. So I'll be able to catch some of Brad's beats and Jade and on Saturday and Thomas. So great channels, great people. Please go support, offer up some support, check it out. And there's like I said, there's a few that I missed. And to those of you who plan to stream or are doing any type of live streaming that I have missed, please just send me an email. If you have a thumbnail, I'll be glad to put it up. And to those of you who saw what I put up, if you'd like to change the thumbnail, I did the best I could. They're just 12-second clips. I love you, Brad. And yeah, let's go offer up some support. And I appreciate you all, really, for helping me get to where I'm at. And yeah.
Do you sleep, Frank?
Do I sleep?
Yeah. Do you sleep, Frank?
Yeah, you know what? There was a reason why I put out the album, and I'm only, I think I'm going to be posting my third track from that 12 track album. I'm going to be posting it this weekend, and that one's featuring Jim. But what I'm getting at is I've allowed myself the time to take a break from the studio and just kind of, and this is why I've created, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this when I get back in the studio, but it was great timing. My shoulder, I've got a bum shoulder, so I can't even put my arm around the guitar right now. So, but I can hold my grandson.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Congratulations, Frank. Congratulations. I have 5.
Oh, that is so cool. Yeah. I started late, so I guess, yeah, it took a while for the first, but yeah, it's amazing. It's a great feeling. So let's get back into why we're here. And this next track that we chose is called Wounded. Did you have any questions for that, JJ or Michael?
Michael might have something here.
This song, I wrote the music, and I write so much music that a lot of times I can't come up with lyrics and reach out to other people. And Jerome Beckley wrote the lyrics for this, and I didn't know what, I thought great lyrics, and I said, so what do they pertain to? And he said, what you went through when you had cancer. And I went, well, no. let's make it what we all went through, whatever we're suffering from. He had heart problems. I said, it's just a great song. It's about, you know, anybody that's wounded from anything, any kind of emotional problems, health problems, whatever. This is a great song. I just love the lyrics for it. And I really appreciate him thinking of me that way, but I take it as more the way I just mentioned there.
Universal.
Yep, universal, exactly. Thank you. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this is one of my favorites, so I'll probably be saying that about every one of your songs. Wounded. You almost lost it, JJ. I had to throw that in for Laurie. Let me get us in there. Here, I'm talking to myself. Yeah.
I still have the vibe running through my body. You know, that's just a classic rock vibe to the core. It's what I grew up on.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all kind of grew up on that style, and that's why I'm there. That's what I grew up on. That's what I played out live, and yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, track after track. If you're telling us that you have 40 tracks coming up, we are some blessed listeners here. Yeah.
Well, I have 16 more since I got to my new system here. I have pretty much a whole new CD sitting here, waiting till we finish that stuff, and I've got about 12 more songs in my head that I'm working on. So
busy man.
That is just fantastic. And on that note, are you on Bandcamp at all? Do you have anything on
Well,
there?
the record label is on DistroKid. That's all I know. I don't deal with any of that stuff. I put the stuff on YouTube and Facebook, and I let them deal with that. So I don't know. I don't. I guess I'll have to check. I'm not sure if they distribute. Does Bandcamp go through DistroKid? I mean,
No, Bandcamp
no,
is something that
separate.
you do separately.
Yeah. Okay.
If,
Then
if
no.
if you like, I mean, we can set up an appointment. Send me a DM, and we can. JJ and I can.
Yeah,
help
for
you
sure.
Navigate and set it
Definitely.
up because it's worth it. And yeah.
There is a Michael Thompson out of Minnesota, but it's labeled experimental music.
Yeah, and that's probably not me. I think somebody mentioned that to me too. Somebody else found that. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a very common name, especially in Norwegian kind of name. So, but I always thought of changing it when I was up on stage, having it a stage name, but I went,
Hey, if people can confuse you and the other gentleman we almost watched, it's win-win.
Yeah. Well, that's the first time anybody's ever confused me with him, which is an honor, Frank. Thank you guys very much.
It got me too. I was like, I wanted to ask you, what are you doing where you're like brushing with your finger instead of picking?
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is, well, I cut maybe that because I end up using that fingernail as a pick sometimes. But I'm going like, oh. But then as soon as you started talking about it, I went, oh, I know who it is. Yeah, amazing guy, amazing guitar player. Yeah, wow.
He kind of looks like the Life is a Highway guy.
The Tom.
Yeah. Tom Cochran. Yeah,
it kind of did. But I'm not taking full blame because I did send it to you and I said I'd love to play this one.
Well, I'll take full blame because I didn't listen to it then. I saw the video and I was like, I can't remember. Oh, I went to see some friends play on Saturday and I just got tied up. And you mentioned Nate from Crimson Truck's father having heart issues, and I had two musician friends that. Matter of fact, one of the guys, the Tom Williams, the guitarist I mentioned, had just had open heart surgery, and another friend of mine just got out of Mayo here about a week ago from open heart surgery. So, yeah, unfortunately, at my age, I'm losing many friends.
Yeah, I'm starting to experience that myself.
Yeah,
so it's yeah. So yeah, I do want to mention one thing because DJ Big Red 81 is doing something for this community. We've been working on it. We played with an idea and he's taken off with it. There's a lot of work behind it. What he's doing is he's created a website. And if there's any artists out there who's interested in being featured on this website, I can't tell you how many people are going to be on this. So it's a lot of work by DJ Big Red 81. Please contact myself or directly with him. Go ahead and post your email if you like. If not, everybody's got mine. All he needs is a thumbnail. Michael, if you could send him, he sent me a text asking if you can send him. Send it to me and I'll send it to him.
Okay.
One of your pictures that you want on his website, and it's just a nice little promo for everybody in the community.
Very cool.
And
yeah,
he's doing.
I mean, what a great community. There you go. You, that 15 Bend, all the people that have shows and the collaborations. Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? I just happened to be looking at the chat and I saw my name, and it's from DJ Big Red. And before I forget, he wanted to know, Michael, if you had any advice to indie musicians like us, since we're talking about what he's doing with the
Uh,
webpage featuring all us indie musicians.
you know, probably because I'm too old. I used to give advice to young guys, like learn everything about the business. Just don't be a musician. You know, if you want to make a living out of it,
Well
you
said.
gotta, you know, I learned how to run lights, build sound systems when I was in high school. When I went to a show, I didn't only listen to the music. I looked at the equipment and went, okay, if I really suck at being a musician, maybe I can be that guy that does that. And I ended up booking most of my bands. I mean, I did better at booking than the booking agencies that handle us a lot. Built the equipment, built the stage. You know, I just did learn everything you can, and uh, my little bit of experience of electrical engineering got me a job while I was in between bands for a company that was building generators. I ended up in the engineering department, building generators for NASA, the federal government, everything, because I knew enough about electronics to be dangerous. You know? But I mean, learn everything you can about the business because you can either use it or you can fall back on it.
Excellent.
And unfortunately, I'm computer illiterate. That's the one thing. I got out of the business right when all the mixing consoles went digital, and I'm not real computer literate. I can record myself and stuff, but that's why I go to my friend Dan's. Dan's helping me with all that stuff. So
There you go.
Awesome.
You and 15th have something in common. I was going to mention it.
And
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
that question actually came from 15th Ben, but numerous people were throwing it, hoping one of us saw it. So it's
Yeah.
really hard because there's a delay. So if we're bouncing between things, I don't
And
know.
I suck at this. I think I'm doing a little better. Every once in a while, I have to scroll down but I'm getting there. Tales Told in the Dark, glad to have you here. We shouted out your channel. I think that Sasquatch Bigfoot story was brilliant. Well done. I want to shout out these last few. We have about 10, and these are our karaoke artists. They spend a lot of time in everybody's community, and I think they deserve a shout out, starting with CC Karaoke, Mama Rose channel, somebody that's heavily into my own community. She doesn't really step outside, so if there's any of the community karaoke channels or artists, maybe you want to reach out to her and see if we can get her onto your channels. Laura Sings, wonderful human being, great supporter of my channel, and a great person. Joe Norman, as we all know, Joe Tenor, amazing singer. Jovel Deputsis, another great channel. Miss High, who's always on together with Bendar. And then we got covered by CQ and Angela Tanzer. So there's just a few, and I know there's many more. And I wanted to shout out one of 15th Ben's great friends from Italy, Zio Fender, who's got, who's as a milestone, he's reached 3,000 subscribers and well worth it. Brilliant guitarist. Please go check out that channel. And that's it for my shout outs, except for next week we have Hugh Caldwell co-hosting for Me, Myself, and iPhone. That's going to be
right.
so cool.
That's going to be way cool. Yeah.
With Ben.
Ben.
So,
Do we have to listen on our iPhones for that show?
I don't have one. I'm exempt because it's my show. So yeah, that's going to be good. And then followed by Mike and Don is going to be co-hosted by 15th Bend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we've got some pretty cool talents, and then we got Scapular Winging Records. So a lot of great stuff coming up. Once again, Hugh, I can't wait either. So Yeah. So so basically, you said you left music in, I think it was 2000,
Uh,
1980,
or 2008. Yep.
right?
I got off the road, got rid of my business, and I actually kind of did it. My whole goal in life was to retire at 50, and I did it at 54. I did a few odd jobs, but I wanted to be home for my parents, being an only child. And unfortunately, my mom passed in 2008 and my father in 2012, but I was here with them and with both of them when they passed. So um, I figured that's the least I could do with all the crap they put up with. Well, yeah, I'm 14. Yeah, I'll be home at midnight when I'm going up to see Led Zeppelin, in Minneapolis. And who are you going with? Oh, guys that are like 17 or 18, or whatever. They were trusting and stuff, but yeah.
Very cool. Very
That is
cool.
so cool. The yeah.
And one more thing, my wife deserved it. I mean, all the time I was gone and stuff. So it was time.
Yeah, it can't be too easy on the partner, right? Or kids.
No, yeah. I mean, I would uh, hit the road in March. I could do a lot of my business from home. Um, I would be gone from March till maybe around Thanksgiving, uh,
Wow.
thereabouts. A lot of times I did Christmas tours in the late fall with Willie Nelson. I did a Christmas tour with Willie Nelson, and
Dang.
Wayne Newton. I did a
Very.
Christmas. A little story, if you have time. Did a
we
tour with
have
Wayne
time.
Newton, and he carried a bunch of penguins that were part of his stage act, and we were in Cleveland, Ohio, I think it was, and we're all down having breakfast, and we had one whole floor of a Holiday Inn, and all of a sudden someone comes in there screaming. Well, the trainer had left the penguins in the bathroom with some water in the tub and forgot to put the do not disturb sign out, and housekeeping came in and opened the door, and the penguins are all over the floor. So they can bite your finger off too, but so everybody had to scramble and catch penguins. So, but
That's funny. That's
yeah,
rock and roll.
yeah,
Yep. That's
yeah.
just what I was thinking.
Only Wayne Newton though, that's
That's brilliant.
but
So, I'm at the point where I'm staring at the last song and it's like the
okay.
last Smartie and I don't want to eat it. I just want to stare at it, make it last as long as it could.
Well,
This is
you need some rest, Frank. You got to get that shoulder in shape so you can start playing for the next project there.
Yeah, I'm at the stage where, hey, Hetriani's in the house. I'm at the stage where it's actually worse now when I go to bed because that's when the inflammation.
I have the
So
same thing. I
yeah,
ended up with spinal injection, all kinds of different drugs. I ended up going to an acupuncturist, doing that and cupping, and it seemed to help. It still bothers me, but um, yeah,
We're
I don't
get,
strap a guitar on as much, and stand up anymore.
we're getting old.
Yeah,
getting old is right.
yep.
So don't forget, everybody. Right now, it's already started at 9 o'clock. We have Vince Janella live. We'll be finished by probably about 9:20 or so, another 10, 15 minutes. I thank everybody for coming out, for sure. Let's go into the next song, and then we can chat a bit before we exit. This next song is called Honor.
Okay, this one was written for a friend of mine, Steve Murphy. I met him when I was like 16. He played in a band called the Epicureans, who were big in the Midwest region. And then eventually they changed their name to Highway and became semi-national. That was a band I had mentioned that had Cheap Trick's manager also. And Steve was kind of my mentor. I always looked up to him, and I helped his band out a lot and did a lot of things for each other throughout the years. And he was my insurance agent for my semis for a while and stuff. But I wrote this for him. He passed away in, I think, 2020, right after, shortly after the pandemic. And so I wrote this for him. It's kind of my Purple Rain, Minnesota Purple Rain type style song, I kind of call it.
Very cool. Let's play it. Honor.
Another star falls, another light fades, another friend falling, another tear shed. Painted through memories, living on the edge. Young and free, running in the wind, living our dream. Running for the music, life's carefree, never forget. Life for soldiers of our lives.
Wow. How good was that?
Good enough to make me dizzy.
We caught you, buddy. We caught you.
Yeah, we caught you. Caught me staring off into space listening. So
It was one of those songs that just made you drift away
Yeah,
with it. You know? Yeah.
yeah.
This
Very
has been
nice.
such a great evening. Michael, like I said, and I mean this, you're one of my idols in our community. For obvious reasons, your music just I'll say it 1,000 times, takes me to a place where the best moments of my life back in our day seemed like every little every block there was another garage band playing, you know, with the garage open, and it was just a different era.
Yeah.
You just jump in, grab a guitar, join along with some of these what I call the big boys, and it's that sound that you're producing. It's just incredible.
So true. I mean, that era, there were bands everywhere. There were places to play. Nowadays, I go out and there are no places for bands to play around here in the town community. Mankato, I was mentioning, they used to call it kind of the music hub of southern Minnesota. It was huge. Now they have to move a pool table and a bar to have the band set up, you know, and it's just kind of sad. And but what I love is all the young people that are in this community that are putting out music, and the ones I see in my own community here. It's like, yes, they're still doing it. Unfortunately, we can't see them, but thank God we have people like you, Frank, and Ron, and Hippie, and Pete, and 15th Bend, and everybody that does the shows. I can't even think of them all. Like we talked earlier, I don't know how you do it, Frank, or Folk Punk. I can't keep up with everybody, but I try to go there. I try to watch everybody's videos or catch the replays, but it's just so amazing. I mean, I don't even have to submit a song to anybody's show. I go there and I just sit there kind of like in a daze going like, why aren't these people stars?
Exactly.
But unfortunately, everyone's at a time when the music industry isn't what it was back in the 70s when you possibly could be a star, I like Frank Zappa had a little quote about the music business. He said the music business was better when you had those old guys with cigars that said, I don't care what they sound like, put them out or something like that and let them play. Who cares? And then the young guys came in and said, oh, they've got to be more polished, this, versus give them a try. If they sell records, hey, great. If they don't, well, on to the next one. But
move on. Yeah.
Don't you boys know any nice songs?
Yeah.
I have children trying to sleep in here.
Yeah, I heard that a few times. But luckily, most of the shows that I played in, like Thrust and Mean Streak, we played for less than 1,000 people, usually 3,000 to 5,000 people. We were fortunate in that fact, and many of the festivals were 8,000 to 15,000, which was great. And we only had to play for about an hour and a half, so.
There you go. Cool.
Unfortunately, I was a businessman. Everybody else went and partied, and I took care of business and everything. So, which is all right. Kept me out of trouble.
You were able to retire at 54.
Yeah. Well, that's thankful to my wife with a great insurance program and everything and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but most people that would go out and party probably wouldn't be able to, or they might not be alive to go out and retire at 54.
Some of the friends I have that did that aren't alive, or they're not in very good health, and stuff. Yeah.
Well, this has been an honor.
No, it's an honor. Both of you, when I've heard you on the shows, I was just like, wow, these guys are great. I mean, you have wonderful material and stuff, and I'm trying to share this community on my Facebook page. Not that many people will listen, but hopefully get a few likes and a few more subscribers for all of us. That's the goal, and get our music out there, the community. I mean, thank you everybody that was here in the chat and listened. I love you all, and great. Thank you very much. I'm in tears. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
This is an
Beautiful.
awesome place. This is how
Yes,
the
it
world
is.
should be.
Exactly. I mean, I keep telling people, you got to come see this community. You got to get in the chat. Oh my God. I said, so much talent here and so many cool people that appreciate each other. That's what the world should be about.
Exactly. We're just here to enjoy each other.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have much time on this planet, and let's have fun and enjoy it.
Oh,
And
and there's so
music-
many other things that could occupy our attention that are worthless.
Yeah,
At least it
exactly.
makes us feel good.
And yeah, music just, I mean, it soothes the soul and makes you feel good. And you can express your angst and everything through the music instead of getting angry and, physically violent or anything,
Exactly. Yes.
you have to.
Yeah, this is this community is probably I'm not too far fetched, but it pretty much saved my life. It gave me something different. It's allowed me to express myself through music, to put out music again. Something that I always wanted to do. Unfortunately, I took a different road, but when I came back, and thankfully, the good that came out of COVID built this community, and gave us a place where we can be safe and meet new people, and it's one of the best things that has happened in my life. I can honestly say it, and I can see myself coasting till it's actually inspired me the last 3 years. I've been saving up like a son of a bee, and almost ready for my retirement as well. Within a couple of years, I'm done, and I'm looking forward to staying with this community and all these amazing people. And Michael, once again, thank you so much for accepting this. And
Thank you for having me. It's a honor, great honor.
I'll brag about say, oh, hey, I know him.
I'll be in the chat. Say, you don't know him like I do.
Yeah.
And you should see him playing this thing in Tokyo.
Yeah. I met him backstage. Listen, the other thing is Rebel Rocker did find a link. I wish I had known that wasn't you, because she did find a link where you were playing a solo. And she actually, unless that was wrong too, but if you go to if you go to Rebel Rocker's page, she shared something out with, and you were tagged in it, so you'll be able to find it. I can find it.
I think I might have listened to that today, but I will look. See, for sure.
It's just a solo of a blues song, maybe. I'm pretty sure it's you. So, regardless, this has been something special experience for me. And yeah.
Just thank you to the community. Like you mentioned, if it wouldn't been finding Ron's show in the community, I probably wouldn't kind of went, well, what's the purpose of writing my music if nobody's going to listen to it other than me? I'll still do it, but I'm not going to waste my time putting it out on YouTube or anywhere, anything. I mean, that's kind of was my thought till I found Ron's show and went, wow, there's shows like this? Oh, cool, And and the rest is history. Here we are. Here we are.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, appreciate you all. And like I said, if there's anybody out there that wants to submit a thumbnail, The next one I want to create a little promo reel for is I was introduced to a lot of reaction channels, and I have about 4 or 5 introduced through 15th Bend. I'm putting together a promo reel for that. I want to put together a promo reel for karaoke community. And I want to continue. If anybody has any ideas, please send them my way. And let's continue to support each other. I hope you guys take a few minutes, if you haven't already, subbed to Michael's channel. Please do so. And that's it. Let's keep putting out Vince Janella's link, because I was going to dump everybody over, but I couldn't figure it out. Yeah. So he's probably waiting for the dump, and I got to go in there and tell him sorry. Just ask 15th. He'll tell you how useless I am. So once again, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, JJ.
Thank you.
Amazing work.
Thank you, JJ, very much. Love you.
Most welcome. Most welcome. Love you
Love
guys.
you guys.
Let's
Stay
play
kind
this.
and creative,
Love everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
So
Bye-bye.
this next song is by Liz Ade, and she allowed us to play the song called Family. It'll be our exit, and after that, the show is over. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week with Hugh Caldwell and me, myself, and iPhone. That's Ben Wells.
Excellent.
Excellent. Liz is
Be
great.
well.
Oh, I love her.
Be well,
Bye, everyone.
everybody.
We are, we are, we are, we are. We are, we are, we are, we are. We are, we are, we are, we are. We are, we are, we are. Sister, brother, father, mother, we are one and the same. We are friends, chosen hearts, shared a force of nature. We are family, family, forever like a diamond, special treasure. We shine. Family, family, family. Are we not part of one another? Our love is gold. Family. We are, we are, we are, we are.